Hello again. My name is June. I am in Jamaica. In today's video, I want to touch on a few topics. Firstly, this sword. It is in my country. They were doing some renovation or extra work at our own Jamaica Defense Force location in Kingston, and it is alleged that during the excavation process, this sword was dug up. The story is controversial, and the JDF had come out to say that no, it was actually brought in by some traveler, and customs had confiscated it, and it was held at the JDF for safekeeping. So they were denying the story that it was found at the excavation site. Rather, they're saying it was found in a storeroom being held for safekeeping. I did a previous video about 2 years ago when we were having a lot of unfortunate situations in this country. And I questioned whether this sword had anything to do with the hail occurrences that were taking place. A lot of bloodshed. And here again, we are experiencing even more bloodletting in this country. Mass shooting. You can look up the meaning of mass shooting. So that is where at least 4 persons, not including the shooter, have been shot. Whether or not they died does not change the meaning of the term mass shooting. Just under 2 weeks ago, we had a mass shooting in the parish of Clarendon, where 8 people died, including a 7-year-old. May their soul rest in peace. And I referred back to the video that had this sword being projected. And I again questioned, whether we are into some type of magical living. Which entity are we embracing? Because when I research the name of the sword, it's used by an alternate entity to Christianity. And in this country, we claim that we are Christians, and that is the religion of our culture. Yeah? I don't know the underlying story. Of course, I would know that. These type of stories are hush-hush, the origin. Mainstream media isn't giving us much, and whatever they give to us, it's really a far cry from what the vloggers on the social media platforms are purporting. Oftentimes the media claims innocence. They're just giving you surface information. Thus, we have to go to social media platforms to have an idea, a deeper understanding of what is happening. But whatever the cause for these mass shootings and lesser shootings where persons, have been attacked, not en masse, I don't know what is the story. We have so many conflicting versions. Persons are saying, it is coming from out of the prisons. Some persons are saying that persons are getting instructions from overseas. All kind of allegedly. But at the end of the day, we can't deny the fact, we can't make it up, that mass shootings are happening in my country. What is the significance of this sword to the bloodletting? I have seen persons, blatantly in our faces, showing us all kind of finger signs and hand movements and projecting a particular type of agenda which is not popular in our culture. And we are going headstrong following these persons' narrative. Here they are not hiding the narrative that they are putting forward. They are not hiding which spiritual entity is the focus of their worship. Yet we are blind. For many persons, not myself, they are blinded by the gimmicks and the lyrics and the funletting and fanfare. And here we are, persons saying to you, this is who I am. This is the sign, this is the symbol, this is the projection of what I represent. And we are ignoring all of that. Yet we are crying out, oh, this country is being affected by, not so good spiritual entity. The country is under attack, and all of this type of thing we're talking about. But what about this sword? Planted, allegedly, at the entrance to our Jamaica Defense Force headquarters. What is it saying? What is it? A ritualistic burial? And since it has been dug up, what our country now has fallen into the hands of persons who this sword represents? We need to get it right. We often boast that Jamaica has the most churches per square mile. Oh yes, and we do have maybe the most bars per square mile. One blogger often said, I was called to the bar. Yes, I was elevated to the bar, and so I have, increased knowledge to decipher or to discuss some happenings. So we all need to be called to the bar. Yes, we need to have a drink. We need to know, subconsciously, since on our conscious levels, we are blind, we need to be subconscious. We need not to be operating at our maximum intelligence. We need to understand what is the underlying story. Are we under spiritual attack? What is the church doing about it? And if it is not, what are we doing about it? Is it a spiritual attack? Is it that, the spirit of grief and Jezebel and destruction is unleashed upon our country? What is going on? So many persons are talking. I am voicing my own opinion here. And I am saying, we are promoting an agenda which truly we should not have been promoting. That's just my opinion. I mean, yes, mass shootings and murders and rape and disappearance of persons. Something is amiss. We're crying foul. Yeah, we're crying foul. When I watched a video of Vybz Kartel, he's in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He's there, so I understand, to see about his health because he suffers from this autoimmune disease, Graves' disease. Vybz Kartel said that Jamaicans are the most bad-minded and by extension wicked and covetous, and no good word to describe us. Yes, he's voicing out that the citizens or persons living here, that we are really disgustingly bad mind. We are the worst type. Yes, he seems angry at us. And I figure that the bloodletting and the mass shooting and all the negative things that are happening here are really impacting him. Now here we have Christopher Martin, one of our musicians here, and his grandmother died, and they were having a wake. Persons gathered to, pay their last respects and to celebrate their lives and, part of our culture. And again, there was mass shooting. Yeah, mass shootings. I understand that one person died. 8 persons got shot, 1 died. So, mass shootings again. I wonder where we're going with all this nonsense. Where are we going with it? We are supposed to be a God-fearing country, at least so they say. That's how I was brought up. The culture in our home was one that requires that we show reverence to God and we try to preserve life. But I don't know where we are going with this and who is to be blamed. And so we have to continue to fight the good fight. We have to remember our pledge, our national pledge. Before God and all mankind, I pledge you the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body. In the service of my fellow citizens, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace. That is the pledge that we have made to this, our country. Be blessed, guys. Thanks for watching.